Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Strong Foundations. My name is Reese, and I hope you're getting better today. First of all, I wanted to apologize for not posting last week. I'm going to try to make up a video this week, but it's just been tough. I started this new job, got a lot of overtime there. So, yeah, this weekend I'm going to try to be posting 2 videos just to make up for last week. So, today is going to be a little bit different than the other videos I've been posting. As I mentioned in the first video that I ever put on this channel, is that I would be doing some book reviews. So today I figured I'd start a new series. It's not exactly a book review, but it's similar. So one of my favorite books that I've ever read is called The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. This is a long book, and it's full of really useful information that you can apply really to any situation in your life, especially when it deals with authority and power. So this series, I'm just going to be going through every single law. I'm going to be reading you the judgment that he's written and the 3 quotes, or maybe 3 to 5 quotes that I thought were the most that grasp the law in the fewest amount of words. So yeah, so we're going to be doing all 48 laws. It's not going to be the next 48 videos or this series, but we are going to go through them one by one and eventually get through the whole book, because I've done so much so much writing on this. Like, those are just the first 2 laws. I've written down a flashcard for each law, and I figured, might as well put that stuff to use on this channel. So yeah, today we're going to start with the first law, which is never outshine the master. So first, as I said, I'm going to read you the judgment of this law that he's written down. So the judgment is, always make those above you feel comfortably superior. In your desire to please and impress them, do not go too far in displaying your talents, or you might accomplish the opposite. Inspire fear and insecurity. Make your masters appear more brilliant than they are, and you will attain the heights of power. So, I don't know if any of you guys have ever experienced a boss that doesn't like you and you can't really figure out why, especially if you're doing good at your job, you're showing initiative, you have a ton of potential. Most likely, if you've ever experienced that, one of the most common scenarios is that your boss in that situation is insecure about his position. Some people get in those leadership roles just because they've been somewhere a certain amount of time. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're the best person for that job. It just means that they're the person who ended up there. So they could feel very insecure about their talents, their abilities, their age. Especially, I've noticed that older guys in positions of authority see young guys like me as a threat, especially if you have a lot of potential and they can see that. So the story I think they told in this first law is about a treasury for this king, and he tried to impress the king and threw the best party of all time, and the king had him arrested and I'm pretty sure executed within the following weeks. And it's because he was jealous that the king was jealous that he was not able to throw the best party, that it was one of his subordinates that threw it. So that was just the example they used in that book. But really, if you threaten someone's position, they're going to see you as just that, a threat. And if you want to, let's say you want to secure your position in moving up without making that leader nervous about your abilities or potential, what you want to do is play down your abilities, your talents, your ideas, and attribute them to him. So what I mean by this is, say you work for a boss who's running his own business, and you have a new idea for a product that you think would be great. What you want to do is go and tell him about that idea and how he inspired the idea and that he should take credit for the idea, and then do just that, give him the idea. Because this is going to make it seem like that idea was actually his doing since it was inspired by him. So you just basically want to make that person of authority seem like the best that they could. You want to portray their life in the best possible light, and you're not going to do that by outshining them. So hence the law, never outshine the master. So I'm going to read you the 3 quotes that I've highlighted out of these ones that I've written down. And I'll put them in the description too, so you can follow along, or you can write them down yourself. But the first one is, "It is a deadly but common misperception to believe that by displaying and vaunting your gifts and talents, you are winning the master's affection." So as we discussed, especially like the word he used, vaunting, showing off your talents, that can make him very insecure, or her very insecure. So it's just not a smart move to be a show-off in something where you're not in a position of authority. You're under someone else's authority. The next is, "Make him appear more intelligent than you. Act naive. Make it seem that you need his expertise." So that's another thing that we just kind of mentioned. If you're under someone's authority, you want to make it seem like you need them. Like the only reason that you're surviving is because you're under his guidance and leadership. Because that's going to make him feel like he is needed for you to be in the position that you are. If it seems like you don't need that master at all, then he's going to take that as a threat, because eventually he could possibly threaten his power. So, hope I said that right. And the last one I wrote down is, "By letting others outshine you, you remain in control instead of being a victim to their insecurity." So basically, I really like this one because it's true. If you are influencing that master's perception of you, then you're the one who's in control. It doesn't matter about seeming more smart than the boss, or seeming more competent than that person above you. What matters is that you are able to thrive under that master. So you want to be the one controlling the situation. You do not want to be leaving it up to that master whether or not they're going to fire you or take away your position, whatever it may be. What's nice about this book is it really applies to any scenario in which there is a hierarchy or some kind of position of authority. So guys, use this law, take it, think about some situations that you've had that maybe this law could have come in useful or in use to you. So as I said, we're going to be doing every single law eventually. I really hope that you guys like this series. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I wish I found a series like this when I was reading this book, but it's really useful information. Robert Greene, if you haven't read his books, I highly suggest you check him out. He's also written books called Mastery, The Laws of Human Nature, Seduction, and I have fully enjoyed every single one of those. So please go check him out if you haven't checked out his material already. And I will try to see you guys tomorrow for a second video of this week, just to make up for last week. So keep getting better, guys, and I will see you tomorrow.